what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Ways of the Sith. Thank you so much for taking time to check out the channel. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Ways of the Sith. So today, I'm going to show off a couple more customs that I've been working on, a couple projects, a couple little touch-ups, and a couple brand new figures, which I'm really, really excited about. So let's take a look at them. So here is a look at a custom Padme Amidala I did. Very simple kit bash. This is just the Thor Love and Thunder Jane Foster head on the Leia Organa New Hope ceremony body. Very easy, simple custom. All I did was just paint the hair and call it a day. The head is a little big on the body. What I think I might have to do is I just might have to get a little bit of blue tack and stick it under there just to get the head to sit up a little higher on the neck joint. But otherwise, I think it looks good as another Padme on the shelf. I have her Attack of the Clones stuff with all my Clone Wars stuff. So I wanted another Padme just to put next to Anakin. So this works. I think it came out pretty cool. It's just a nice, simple look. But we don't have enough Padmes in the line, despite her having multiple looks in all of the movies. Her ankles are a little weak, so I do have her on a clear stand here, so you can see that she's falling and moving forward. Yeah, that unfortunately is just due to this body and these ankles not being very sturdy at all. But it looks pretty cool. It does its job. I'm good with it. So in my last custom video, I showed off a custom Old Man Rex that I did. I ended up going back and adding more to Rex and doing more. So originally he had an overcoat and sleeves on, looking more like the Endor Trooper Rex. But what I did instead was give him some clone armor and carve up his gauntlets there with the tally marks, as you can see. And I gave him a nice weathered look on all the armor just to make it look super old. And this is my Rex that now sits on my Rebel shelf. We are getting the Endor Trooper with the Rex faceplate, so I will probably grab one or two of those to use as well. But for now, I think this works pretty well. Old Man Rex in his 501st gear, one last mission. So I really dig it. And next up, no, this is not the carbonized Ned-B. That's in the expensive 2-pack. This is the regular Ned-B that I painted up and really just made look fully complete now, I think. So what I did was I gave him a black wash and a chrome wash to really just accent. As we know, the back of the figure was not painted. So now I really just think this looks so much better. What I did was I gave that chrome wash to all of his chrome parts as well as the hammer parts of his armor to really show like the paint's been wearing out of it, and then did that black wash over the top. So as you can see, even on the top of his head, everything, he is perfectly weathered now and looks so much better. I am really much happier with this on my shelf now. And he does actually have more shine to him now than I'm sure the carbonized version is going to have for that price point. But I really dig it. A really huge upgrade. It's a shame that I had to do this on my own and Hasbro couldn't give this as like the initial offering. All right, so as most of you guys know, I've been slowly working on creating all of the Inquisitors, and here I have my 10th brother and my custom Starkiller Inquisitor. So in my shelf, I decided to add Starkiller and Mara Jade there, so just to really give the full effect of all the Inquisitors. So I did do a Starkiller. This is just the head from the Kamakura. I painted the hair brown, like I said in my video and review of that I was probably going to do because it just looks awesome in my opinion. So there is my Starkiller, and then here is my 10th brother from Tales of the Jedi. And this dude really became one of my favorite Inquisitors just from that little, I couldn't even say a minute scene because I don't even think it was that long, but I just really dug the look of this character. Shout out to Toxic Collector, who did help me out by printing that mask for me and sending it. And I was able to put this together. I did see a lot of people do the cloth cape and the cloth hood, but what I really dug about this was, this is the plastic cape from the second sister, and it's got the insignias on it, so I thought that was a better look. And then I used the other hood from the Cal Kestis over the top, It is a young Han Solo head underneath behind that mask. What I did was I chromed it out underneath to make it look like cybernetic almost, and then did the mask. I've seen so many people do different versions of this mask, paint it different colors and stuff, because it is very, very hard to tell from all of the pictures like what the exact coloring scheme is on it. So what I did was underneath those triangles are brown with some gunmetal, and then I used a bone color on his hands and the actual plate, and then I did a chrome wash to the whole entire thing just to kind of make it look a little cybernetic. I did get a little bit of the chrome wash on his hood, as you can see there, so I do have to touch that up a bit. But really, really cool, and happy to have these on my shelf. This 10th brother, though, has really become like one of my favorites because I didn't anticipate that it was going to turn out this good. But I really, really love these. So here's one not a lot of people might recognize, but this is my version of Eli Vanto on my shelf. So Eli Vanto is a character from the Thrawn novels. He becomes Thrawn's pretty much friend in the Empire. He's his translator, teaches him basic, and ends up really becoming the only person Thrawn is truthful with and trusts. He ends up getting sent from the Empire to the Chiss Ascendancy to help them with the Skywalkers and study the Force and Force-sensitive children. So he's a really great character. He's from the far outer rim. He's got a little bit of a country boy accent to him, and I really wanted to have him next to Thrawn on the shelf. If you go and watch my Thrawn video, you'll see that Thrawn is really one of my favorite characters. I'm really hoping that we don't get the Heir of the Empire version and we get the current canon version with Eli and Admiral Ar'alani and the rest of the Chiss Ascendancy with Churi and everybody. So I'm really hoping to see him in live action come the Ahsoka series. I think he's going to be the character that's really going to be the one that helps Ezra realize like the overall scheme of everything, and I think that's why he's there, because he's been working with the Force sensitive Chiss now for a while, and now having an actual Jedi come into their ranks, I think that's going to play a big role in you know, the overall scheme. So for now, this is just the Peter Parker alternate head. I thought it looked really good and fit him. I can also fit the Imperial cap on top of this head, so it even looks better when I do that. But for now, he just stands next to Thrawn. Excuse me. I probably am going to end up switching out the body. I did think of using like one of the Death Star troopers and actually sculpting like the pauldron on him for the Chiss uniform. So I still may do that down the line. But for now, Eli Vanto on my shelf. And last but not least, Sithi got a little bit of an upgrade here. So this is my Hasbro Selfie Series figure. I've had this on this body for quite some time now, but I did have an Inquisitor armor piece over the top. That was his chest plate for a while, but I needed those pieces in order to do the 2 Inquisitor customs that I did. So what I did was I took extra armor that I had from a Mace Windu Clone Wars, and I weathered it. And now Sithi, I think, really looks cool and looks really awesome all together here. So this is what he looks like now on my shelf. I'm sure I keep tweaking this and keep, you know, making different versions of this to put him on. But for now, this is what he's been for probably the last couple weeks. I have been looking at that new Cal Kestis body as perhaps, you know, the one I'm going to stick with when that comes out. But I really dig this. It just adds a little bit of color instead of just having him in all black all together. I really like it. So it's coming along. Sithi slowly getting better with his looks here. So that'll do it for today, and a look at some of the new customs I've been working on. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments which one of these are their favorite. Always feel free to reach out and ask me for any kind of help you may need with some of these. I've just slowly been starting to learn all this and kit bashing and different things, but I think I've been doing a pretty good job so far with some of these. They're just great additions to the shelf. Some stuff that I'm not sure Hasbro's ever going to touch or do. So I did want to have these represented, you know, on each shelf there. The Inquisitors, I think the next one I'm going to work on is the Ninth Sister. She's going to require me getting an Infinity War Hulk or Endgame Hulk that's in the suit. In order to do that, the figure is a little pricey, so I'm trying to hunt that on like the bargain market. So if anyone does have a lead on that, please reach out to me. But thanks again for taking time to check out the video. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, may the Force be with you.
We would be honored if you would join us.